Welcome to the FishFlix.com Christian Movie Podcast. Every Wednesday, we review a Christian film, informing you about the story, production quality, and family friendliness. Our goal is to bring you all the latest news and insights on Christian movies and recommend wholesome films for you to watch together as a family. I'm your host, Noah Metzger, and today we'll be reviewing 1500 Steps.
Is that a good time?
That is a very, very good time, my boy.
What were you doing rummaging through my belongings? Where will that old bloke get the message?
We're going to teach these very nice boys to surf first.
Keep away from her. Keep away from her. You don't have a chance with her. If I don't have a chance with Grayson, what are you so worried about?
Joe, would you go to the school dance with me?
1500 Steps is a 2015 Australian Christian film directed by Josh Reed. It was published by Bridgestone Multimedia Group and tells the story of Job O'Brien, a runner with a difficult home life who struggles with his relationship with God. If you're interested in finding out more about this film after our review, you can find it on our website at www.FishFlix.com. 1500 Steps is a transforming journey towards self-belief and brilliance. A cross between Chariots of Fire and The Karate Kid, this high school drama is set in the beautiful Sydney Beach suburb of Cronulla. Jonas, or Job as he is better known, is a homely 16-year-old living in a struggling single-parent family. With his mother dead, his father is an alcoholic who was once a champion runner. Job, who is a misfit and a loner, has inherited his father's athletic ability and love for running. After a fatal mistake at a party, Job seeks revenge against the perpetrator as an emotion and power wells within him that he has never experienced before. A retired ex-Olympian, Harry White, sets about mentoring Job's athletic ability when by chance he sees him run. It's now up to Harry White to encourage Job to dig deep and decide what type of man he wants to become. This is a touching coming-of-age story. 1500 Steps is an enjoyable Australian film that truly has an encouraging and uplifting message. When we meet Job at first, we begin to see that he has a very rough life. His father is an alcoholic, his mom has passed away, and it seems that there's no way to pull himself out of this difficult situation. He doesn't know where to find hope, and while he tries to cling to a belief in God, there comes a point where he simply gives up, believing that God hasn't helped him with anything. This whole movie is really an analogy to the lesson found in 2 Timothy 4 about running the race. In this passage, Paul talks about how our lives are essentially a race or an endurance battle, and what matters is that we keep our momentum and finish strong, having fought the fight and having finished the race. In the story of Job in this movie, we see that his life has a whole lot of ups and a whole lot of downs. But when he begins to find his hope in Christ, he begins to stand strong against the storms in his life. As a runner, he understands endurance and the need to go on, even through the tough times. When he begins to apply that to his life, he begins to experience a revolutionary transformation that reshapes his entire life. He's able to endure and stand strong through the ups and the downs. This is an important message for all to hear, and I really appreciated the sincerity behind this film. While it certainly has a lower budget, and some scenes really begin to show that, it has an important message and a very inspiring soundtrack. Overall, I liked this film and found it to have a great heart and an excellent message. I'd highly recommend you check it out. This movie has a couple of issues keeping it from being entirely family friendly, including a few instances of violence, sexual themes, and several scenes involving alcoholism and drug use. We always like to follow the Dove Foundation, which approves this movie for ages 12 and up. But as always, we recommend that you watch the movie first and decide if it's appropriate for your particular family. Now we'd like to know what you think. Have you seen this movie and would like to let us know your thoughts? Maybe you'd like us to review a certain movie, or you have a question or comment. Whatever your thoughts may be, we'd love to hear from you, and we now have an email address you can write to us at. You can write your question, comment, or suggestion to podcast@FishFlix.com. We'd really like to know your thoughts. If you would like to find out more about 1500 Steps or would be interested in purchasing it, you can visit our website at www.FishFlix.com. On our website, we have a vast assortment of Christian films you can learn about or purchase. We have a large collection containing both classics and brand new movies that are just releasing, all at incredibly low prices. Thank you for joining us, and as always, please be sure to stay tuned as we bring you more reviews every week on the FishFlix.com Christian Movie Podcast.